Guys, you know that following Charmeleon is Wartortle, Mewtwo, Tentacle, actually I've done all those ones. And Ammonite Slowpoke. Wow, I'm almost done, folks. In seriousness, we are finishing off the middle evolution starters, and of course the final Pokemon is Wartortle. So among the pre-evolved Pokemon, Squirtle didn't do great. Among the fully evolved, Blastoise is 4th best. So how is Wartortle going to measure up? Well, we don't need to battle any other optional trainers before Brock. We have Bubble right away, so we can just use Bubble, and it's going to be a 3-shot on Geodude. I go all the way up to level 9, and it's going to be a 2-shot on Onix. I go all the way up to level 11, and that's just fine by me. Because if we look at Wartortle's move list, we don't learn Water Gun till level 15 anyway, and in Generation 1, if you skip over a level, you'd actually skip the move. But its moves via level up aren't great. I mean, Bite would theoretically be good, but we're gonna get Mega Punch and Body Slam before we learn it most likely. Now on the TM side, we have Dig, we have Submission, which we'll never use. Ice Beam and Blizzard are great. The big problem is that we don't have a stat boosting move like Growth or like Swords Dance. And so for the first time, we're gonna have to rely on either badge boosting or just being better, which is a huge negative Wartortle's gonna have to deal with, and we'll see if it overcomes it. Now, normally this would be the point in which I go to a sponsored segment, but there is a select few of you who complain so bitterly that I've decided just as a test to do this one video without a sponsor. I've always wondered if the sponsored videos get less views or if there's any change in how it's promoted. A sample size of 1 isn't a real test, but hey, I had this video sitting around, so might as well. There was no reason I needed to tell you guys this. I just thought it was interesting. And I mean, there's only 25 of them. 25 left. That's insane. But like I've said, you know, I have to find a way to mix these up, right? All right, speaking of mixing things up, unlike Charmeleon, we will battle Misty first this time. I'd like Bubble Beam. And we're going to use Mega Punch, which you get in Mount Moon. It's going to be a 3-shot against Staryu because it used an X-Defend. And we should be fine against Starmie. Well, it's going to be like a 5-shot, so this could be a problem, especially with X-Defend and missing and crits. Yeah, this could be a problem. Okay, we'll try one more time. Oh, I actually saved before I battled Misty. I'm going to have to use a potion now. That's okay. So Battle 2, X-Defend right away. I could really use a crit, but it's going to... see, there's a miss. Ooh, this is not looking good. All right, level 19. I need... Tail Whip here. X-Defense actually fine because it should be a 5-shot. Nah, see, the problem is the missing. The missing is just, yeah, all right, I'll try one more time. This time I actually saved before I battled Misty. So I'm going to go Tail Whip against Staryu. That's going to make it a 2-shot. Oh, there is the X-Defense. So the Tail Whip's not a bad idea. Let's go double Tail Whip. Actually, let's go triple Tail Whip. See how that goes. Okay, now it's going to be a 3-shot. If it doesn't crit, we win. Nice. Okay, that was actually a little tricky. So, not a great sign, but we'll have Body Slam going forward, so I'm not overly worried. All right, Rival 2 time. And for Rival 2, we're going to go Bubble Beam, which we have now. It's going to 2-shot. That's awesome. And this should be easy from this point forward. I'll use Mega Punch just to save power points here. And then, yeah, Bubble Beam's good. And then Mega Punch... and Water Gun. Okay, this should be fine as long as I don't have to heal. Nugget Bridge and Routes 24 and 25 should be pretty easy. So, and by healing, I don't mean potions. I mean having to get more power points. But I should be fine. Yeah, especially if I'm one-shotting the bugs. All right, we should be good. So we're going to move on to Rival 3, and we're going to have some new moves. So we're going to have Body Slam as well as Bubble Beam. Actually, we have Bite now, not that I need it. Sand Attack's not what we want to see, but we also don't one-shot. But we're doing fine. Level 27, I'm going to go Body Slam here. I'm confused. I might lose. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. We just need to hit. We miss. All right. Paralyzed? Darn. Okay, well, we'll try again. And this time, things go a little bit better. And we win. Cool. So, Wartortle isn't exactly having the easiest time versus the major battles, but... this is probably the hardest section for Wartortle. Of course, Lieutenant Surge would not be an easy trainer for a water Pokemon. I do have Dig, so I might as well try, though. All right, so we have Voltorb versus Wartortle. It outspeeds and hits for 20 damage with Sonic Boom, but I one-shot with Dig. We outspeed Pikachu, I one-shot with Dig. And as long as we don't get Thunderbolts, nice. We one-shot with Dig. Although the crit may have helped, I'm not exactly sure. I don't really care. First try victory against Surge with a water Pokemon, always hilarious. Okay, so we can skip quite a bit ahead because Rock Tunnel with a water Pokemon is very easy. Giovanni number 1 should be pretty easy too. Of course, we don't have Surf quite yet. We haven't made it to Fuchsia, but we're close. We're just going to use Bubble Beam on all 3 of his Pokemon. Now, it should... Oh, there's a Gen 1 miss. Be a 2-shot against Kangaskhan, and the crit may have helped, but it was. Nice. All right, now we are going to go and battle Rival 4. But before we do that, we did go and get Ice Beam. And so that means we have Ice Beam, Bubble Beam, and Dig, which is a pretty good moveset. Unfortunately, Gyarados does hit with 1 Dragon Rage, which is pretty bad because they do quite a bit of damage. But we make it pass without a 2nd Dragon Rage, which is pretty good. One-shot both Growlithe and Kadabra. And we even one-shot Ivysaur with Ice Beam. So we can move on. Now, in theory, I could battle Erika next, but that would seem to be a little premature. So instead, I'm going to go get Surf and then go and battle Koga. All right, so we're going to just use Surf here. Actually, I'll use Dig. Nah, I should use Surf. Whatever. It's fine. I'm running out of power points also because I didn't heal. Ooh, Dig's gonna... Ooh, this isn't very good. Okay, I have ways around what's about to happen, but... Okay. So that went really, really poorly because we were poisoned and the muck minimized. But like I said, there are ways around this. First off, Surf crit is kind of nice. And all right, so it's going to be a 3-shot anyway. It disables Dig, which is hilarious. It poisons me again. That's not a big deal. I'd like Dig back for Wheezing. But what we can do is we can go for Withdraw. Oh, well, it outsped. And I went for Ice Beam anyway. Okay, I should probably start going for Withdraw here, because then we might be able to tank a Self-Destruct. In addition, these are increasing my attack just a little bit. Not enough to one-shot Coughing, but I should be able to 2-shot Muck now, and I am. So now I only need 2 Digs. I'll level up before Coughing, meaning that my Dig no longer does more, but I can at least maybe avoid Wheezing and or tank the Self-Destruct. So... Withdraw actually genuinely was useful just by increasing defense. But of course, if you're new, hey, welcome. We exploit something called the Badge Boost glitch, which I didn't quite know about when I did the Squirtle run, and people are still mad about that, even though that was 6 years ago. It was 6 years ago. But for newbies, when your stats are modified in red, blue, and yellow, the boosts you get from badges, in this case, I just get one for attack and defense because I have the 1st and 3rd badges. Every odd-numbered badge gives you these boosts. They get reapplied for some inexplicable reason, but the game figures it out once you level up, and these boosts are only temporary for 1 battle. Anyway, as you can see, we are battling Erika. I hope this isn't premature. Maybe it is. Uh-oh. Okay. This could be bad. I don't need Skull Bash. This might have been premature. Let's see how much Vileplume does. Yeah, it was premature. Oh well, that was a time loss. That was my bad. I thought we could get away with a little bit of extra experience points here, but unfortunately we're going to have to go to Silph Company and try Rival 5, which is going to be a harder battle, but... Well, actually, I don't know if it will be. Let's find out if it's going to be a harder battle. So... I'm not over-leveled, and now that I have the 5th gym badge, I can increase speed by using Withdraw and defense, which is useful, but I'm still at half HP for Gyarados. Note that because I have not beaten Blaine yet, it's not increasing my special. I could go and beat Blaine, though. I do have a surfing Pokemon and the badge to surf. So we may do that, but we've already made it to Alakazam. Of course, Dig, yeah, it does a lot. Actually, this is not bad. And now, all right, well, Razor Leaf is just going to one-shot me. I think I made a mistake here. I'm going to level up a little bit so that I don't level up in the middle of the battle. This is really important when using badge boost strategies, is you want to control when you level up during the battle, And ironically, this means Pokemon that level up less, like slow level up Pokemon, have a bit of an advantage, at least in theory. In practice, being at a higher level ends up actually outweighing this advantage, but it is an advantage. All right, so battle number 2, I'm going to go withdraw. Wing attack, obviously outspeed. So 2 withdraw, I'm outspeeding. 3 withdraw, I don't want sand attack. Okay, we're good. We 2-shot Pidgeot, and then, again, remember, these Ice Beams are unboosted, so this is just how much it normally does. And unfortunately, Dragon Rage takes me to half HP, but, all right, I can see I have 1,500 experience points left, meaning I will actually be able to outspeed and one-shot Alakazam, although the crit may have helped, but Venusaur will outspeed me. Oh, it doesn't. Razor Leaf misses. Let's go. Vine Whip. Ah, another crit. That's not a guaranteed crit. So you might wonder, why didn't I just go to Cinnabar first? The real reason was Repel. When you go to Cinnabar early, the Pokemon Mansion. I don't know if we've ever talked about this area in one of these runs. Maybe I have. I just don't remember. But you can see I'm just walking through, getting the items I need. No Pokemon are obstructing me, but if you go too early, that's actually exactly what happens. There's a full restore here I sometimes get for safety. And yeah, I don't battle any trainers here, not that there's a lot of them, but if you're a little bit under-leveled, actually I'm not going to bother with a Repel, there are Pokemon that can appear, and so that was why I wanted to hold off, but it was a mistake. I should have just done this right away. You can see I accidentally dug back to Celadon because I didn't heal in Cinnabar, but I can still fly back, and we're going to battle all of the trainers in this gym. There's really no reason not to. For all the non-last forms, I don't know why I said it like that. I guess that is what I meant. Non-last forms, final forms, there comes a point where you're going to hit a wall, and so if there is a convenient location in which you can get a ton of experience points quickly, and Ponyta and Rapidash actually give way more experience than you should think they do, this is the moment to take. And so we do that. I also save before battles in case they go a little poorly to make sure they go as quick as possible. And I make it to Blaine, use that full restore, and we're ready. So in theory, I should just be able to use Surf and win. Unfortunately, I ran out of Surf, so I have to use one Dig. And now I'm actually going to go for a couple withdraws so that I outspeed Blaine's remaining Pokemon. I also level up, so that's not going to happen at all. So more withdraws. The Tail Whip actually stacks with it. And now I go Surf. Uh-oh. Okay, we're fine. This should work. Yay! Okay. So that's actually something I do. A nice little bit of strategy is you split up your badge boost. Use 3 withdraws first, 3 after. With all this glitchiness, remember, withdraw still works the way it's ostensibly supposed to. You only have 6 of them. Of course, I actually had a 7th because Ponyta used Tail Whip. This is super useful. Oh yeah, since I'm back in Celadon, now might be a good time to go and battle Erika. We almost definitely are strong enough, and we've already picked up the TM for Blizzard, which, if things really are problematic... Oh, I didn't mean to battle this trainer, but no, I'll just reset. I don't need the extra experience points. I was gonna be like, it's only a couple minutes, but I don't want it. Okay, so we should one-shot here since we're at level 43, and yeah, once you one-shot Erika, she's pretty easy. And now, I think we actually have a pretty good chance against Rival Fivel because our badge boosts are going to make Ice Beam more powerful. All right, so just don't go for Sand Attack, of course. All right, well, let's just see how this goes. So I have +4 in badge boosts. Of course, the first time I use Ice Beam, I miss. I decided to go for another withdraw because why the heck not? We knock out Pidgeot. We miss with Ice Beam. Yeah, no, I'm not doing this. We do need to be careful here because the more withdraws I go for, more likely Sand Attack will hit. So in my second battle, I only go for 2. That means it's going to be a 3-shot versus Gyarados, but thankfully, it does not go for Dragon Rage, and we knock it out. We can then Surf on Growlithe, and I think Surf on Alakazam. Man, I'll just go for Dig. Why not? Safer, and we do level up. That means... Oh, Leech Seed. Okay, so we actually didn't play that perfectly. What we needed to not level up for was Venusaur, but as you may have now realized, Venusaur has 3 different moves it could use. Razor Leaf will always crit, and thus is very dangerous. Vine Whip won't always crit, and thus is fine. And finally, the move it could use that I want to see is Leech Seed, which is what it did in the final attempt. So it's okay though. Skipping that till later was perfectly okay. Now against Giovanni number 2, we just go Dig against Nidorino, Surf against Kangaskhan, and we level up. Surf against Rhyhorn, and Surf should one-shot Nidoqueen. Perfect. Now all we have left is Sabrina and Giovanni again. Note that unless you use glitches, there actually isn't any way to do the Giovanni 2 and 3 battles back to back. Even if we don't count like minor trainers, we get pretty close. The closest you get is, I think, 4 battles in between. Sabrina, the 2 trainers in Giovanni's gym that are mandatory, and Giovanni. And not that we ever go by the gym, and some of you may have forgotten this, there is someone blocking the gym until you beat Giovanni here, so you cannot battle Sabrina before you beat Giovanni. There are runs in which I would have totally done that if that was an option. Okay, so Sabrina now, we battle her. I think I'm just going to go for Surf. It's going to 2-shot, that's okay. I didn't want to use Dig there, but maybe I should just set up withdraws against Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime is using Double Slap and Light Screen. I'm going to go Dig before I can use Barrier. It doesn't one-shot, but that's okay. Venomoth, Surf doesn't one-shot. It's always going to go for Stun Spore because it's classified as a grass move. And now, oh, I level up. Not going to teach Hydro Pump, but this could be bad. Psybeam, I go for Dig. I'm paralyzed. Then we get a Gen 1 miss. What's going on? Reflect. All right. You know, sometimes with animations off, it's actually hard for me to tell what's going on here, but we lost. The long and the short of it was we lost. Let's go Dig this time, see how that works. Okay, that's better. All right, we want 3 withdraws. 3 withdraws. Okay, this is perfect. Let's go. No, 3, not 4. 4. Okay, fine. 4 is fine. Surf. Surf. Wait a minute. We level up here. Wait. What am I doing? I forgot about that. Okay, yeah. What am I doing? Do I battle an extra trainer? How do I handle this? Let me think for a second. So we 2,800 experience. I could use a rare candy. That seems like a waste. Let me think. So it was hard to find the right combination of trainers. I ended up battling this channeler, and I don't level up right away, but what happens is once I beat Kadabra, I do level up, which is fine because we don't start badge boosting until Mr. Mime anyway. Actually, I don't even do it versus Mr. Mime or Venomoth. I'm actually just not going to badge boost at all. Wait, what was the point of doing this? What? Why did I bother doing that in the first place? That makes no sense. What was I thinking? No, I don't understand. What's the logic? I used it. Okay, well, great. We have some extra experience we don't need. I love to see the complete geniuses. Get in the door! Wow, okay. This is just now time waste the run. Anyway, I'm going to go battle Giovanni's trainers and calm down and then battle him. Okay, so Giovanni 3, time to battle him. And I should just use Surf and win, right? 1 Surf, 2, oh, Sand Attack is bad. But we actually are slightly faster now and slightly stronger, which will matter if we don't miss. We level up, which is fine. And we don't miss. Excellent. So we're at level 49. We're ready to battle Rival 6. He's up to his typical rival tricks. Will we get our J-Rose fix? There's a musical artist named Stevie Nicks. All right, I'm done. As always, I try to not use the rare candies if I can avoid it. We're going to go withdraw. Let's do it twice, and let's see if that's enough. We one-shot Pidgeot, and then we beat Rhyhorn. When do we level up? It's not after Rhyhorn. Okay, that's actually kind of good. Ice Beam, maybe I need a little bit more. 3-shot actually is not bad for Gyarados. We level up after Gyarados. That's excellent, because we can use 3 withdraw here, and all right. There it used a Leer. I didn't actually mean to use that withdraw, but this is perfect. So now we're, what, +5 in badge boosts? So this should work. Oh, we got a crit. Unfortunately, crits ignore badge boosts, so we'll have to try again, but we should be fine. Okay, so Ice Beam, Ice Beam. Wait a minute. Maybe I should go withdraw here. Okay, we use 2. The reason is Rhyhorn could theoretically lower my defenses, which would be useful. So can Gyarados, which would also be useful. We're at 75. This is fine. So we have 4 withdraws. That's 1, That's 2 Leer Mist. That's 3. That's 4 Leer Mist. Okay, so we're plus 4. That should be enough. Oh, no. Reflect is bad. All right. No. Okay, wait. Potion's fine. Okay, please one shot. Please one shot. Please one shot. No. All right, so... I'm gonna need a little bit of luck here or some leveling up. So let's go. Oh, nice. Frozen. Not that it matters. Okay, withdraw. Stomp's bad. Withdraw. Horn Drill's bad. Withdraw. No, no, no. Ugh, didn't mean to use that third one. That could cost me. But hopefully Gyarados uses a nice Leer. Need a Leer. Need a Leer. Need a Leer. Not getting it. Okay, so I only have 3 badge boosts to work with. Now I have 5. Nice. Because now I can use an extra... Wait, no, I have an extra one. Josh, you have an extra one. You have an extra one. No, you forgot. No, no, the special fell. No, you fool. You fool. Oh, I froze it. Okay, well, whatever. That works. Ah, this is so frustrating. Why am I so bad at this video game I played 126 times before? Well, more. But like, this is irritating. Hopefully, I figure it all out when it comes to battling the Elite Four. Water Pokemon don't have a great matchup against anything specifically. I mean, Lance actually kind of, but they don't have a bad matchup against anything. So that's good. Agatha can sometimes be very annoying. So that'll be fun. Okay, so like with Rival 6, I'm going to try not using rare candies, but this is probably a terrible idea because... Actually, I think Dugong can just spam rest, so I'll put it to sleep. And then, wait, what am I even doing here? What's the plan? Like, yeah, it's gonna take too long. I think we're gonna use Mimic. It's been a while since I've used it. Oh, also, I probably do need to use the rare candies. So I've looked into how many experience points I have. Battling one more trainer, specifically this guy, should be enough for me to level up to 51. So now I can spam rare candies and... do I want Mimic? Nah, I don't need Mimic. I like my moveset. Okay, so I just have to go and deposit Pidgey there. That's something I should have figured out before I did the battle. But yeah, we're going to need the experience. So we're just going to use the rare candies. This takes an eon, but I'll save. And ready for Laurelie, part 2. Okay, so now we do a little bit more damage. That's not good. I forgot I can go for Growl. But actually, it does make my Surfs stronger. I'm gonna spam... Wait, why am I spamming Withdraw here? Not that it really matters, I guess. But... silly. Alright, I'll use all 5, I guess. Why go for 6 when I could do 1 less? Cloyster's 2 hits. Now, here is where Amnesia would be useful. Oh. Speaking of Amnesia, I'm gonna run out of Surfs. Is this really the best play? Maybe. Maybe this will work. Actually, I think this is gonna work. I'm gonna need Ice Beam. No, that won't work. Wait, is Dig? Yeah, we've had... Okay, this actually... Am I gonna lose now? No, seriously. How did I... Oh my god. Ah, this is the worst! This was so avoidable. Yay, we won! Okay, that was a huge waste of time. Hopefully this is not the winning run, because that was a massive, massive waste of time. Also, I need to remember... No, I need to remember... Use an Ether! Why are you so bad at everything you do? This is so frustrating. Although Ice Beam nearly one-shots Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, so... Actually, you know what? Oh, I saved... Dude, this is just... Oh, this is not good. Now, 6 years ago, the run would be over, but I have a lot of technology at my disposal, including ways to modify my save file in ways you couldn't imagine. And as long as we have a VOD, which I always have, I can literally just reset the game to be identical to how it was before I made the mistake. So, ta-da! We're at 340 and the exact same number of seconds. Yay, technology. Technology is great. Some of you might ask, why not just make a save state? Because I don't use save states. Save states are lame. Also, this is like, I believe the first time I've actually done this before. Anyway, now I have a bit of a better idea of what I want to do versus Laurelie. I am going to try and get it to rest as quick as possible. by damaging it. And then once that happens, spam withdraw here. And I actually do want to do this for a secondary reason. Oh my god, that's a terrible miss. Because I actually want the growls, since that will just boost my special even further, which will be helpful in theory. Now, I have Slowbro. Yeah, there we go. Another growl. So we want to see. So I believe I'm -2. I think we have enough power points for... Why did I just reset there? Well, because my modding was incomplete. I didn't actually mod Wartortle's level back to the way it was before. Don't make this mistake again. By now I've started to get the hang of what I need to do against Loralee to make it slightly consistent. It's still really long and annoying, but at least it works. And hey, this time I actually remember to use an ether for Bruno, which makes Bruno a lot less annoying. So that gets us for the very first time to Agatha, who should be annoying. Okay, finally, we're back doing what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, so I go Withdraw just for a little speed, and then Ice Beam does not one-shot. Haze is what I don't want to see, because now I'm even slower than when I started. I'm gonna go for Dig. Dream Eater is nice, and Dig one-shots. I do want to see a level up here. We don't outspeed Haunter. Nightshade isn't great. Dig does not one-shot Arbok. I go for Withdraw twice. Glare misses. I go for it a third time. I should outspeed everything now, including Haunter number 1. All right, well, I don't know. I said Haunter number 1. There's only one Haunter. Unfortunately, we do level up, so we don't outspeed the second Gengar, but it doesn't confuse us, and we move on to Lance. The most challenging Pokemon is definitely going to be Gyarados. Let's see how I handle it. Okay, so I'm going to go for Blizzard. Ooh, that didn't do enough. So I go for Withdraw, Surf, and then, okay, I can go for Withdraw again. Another Withdraw. Why did I do that? Okay, this was a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake. I was trying to make it so I could outspeed Aerodactyl. I think I'm going to just use Blizzard the whole way through, actually. That will help in a few ways, and then I just use a PP up. So that's what I think I'm going to do going forward. I'll show you why I think that makes sense. Unfortunately, before I make it back to Lance, I didn't realize there's actually a chance we don't one-shot Gengar. And it was able... Yeah, look at that reaction. Look at that face. That is the face of someone who did not know that was a thing. So, at least my Twitch chat was really nice and cool about it. Certainly, this Gengar won't be problematic in the next run. It can't even put me to sleep, correct? You're so funny. You're hilarious. You can just be confused forever. All right, well, I beat Agatha this time, so I have a 50% win rate now against her. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to go Blizzard, try for the freeze, and then Withdraw. Leer is good. Blizzard, Hyper Beam, Withdraw, and then... Oh, no, not Dig, Surf! Okay, it's... No! Surf! Not Dig. God. All right, well, that was just me misclicking. All right, well, we made it back to Lance on our very next attempt, so now we have an over 50% rate against Agatha. So here is the plan. Withdraw first, and then Blizzard Miss, and then Leer, and now Withdraw, Hyper Beam, Withdraw. We should be good. We should be good, because, all right, let me look. 66, that's enough. 1 Blizzard. We have 3. Just don't miss now. All right, Aerodactyl, we can go for Surf. We're going to outspeed because of those withdraws. And now, yay! We didn't miss. I probably should have gotten the second power point up from Celadon. But for the first time, we have made it to the champion. I have an elixir here. I have a full restore. And we shouldn't level up so quickly because we just leveled up. So, are we going to win? Or are we going to have to do this all over again? Let's see. All right. Against Pidgeot, I'm going to go for... Actually, it outsped. So it went Mirror Move. I go for Withdraw. Now I outspeed, go for Withdraw. Wing Attack does nothing. Third. And all right, just going to go Blizzard here. 1 down. Okay. Alakazam, I'm going for Dig. No Reflect. 1 shot with Dig. Great. Now I'm going to go 3. Fury Attack is fine. 4. Wait, I think that's actually 5. And then this is 6. All right, so we're +6 in D. I'm just going to go Surf. Hopefully this is enough. We knock out Rhydon. We're going to go Blizzard against Gyarados. Lear. Oh, I can now go. Wow. Wow. Okay, we're like plus 1,000 now. We're good. We're good. Okay, just don't level up. Wait a minute. Are we gonna level up after Arcanine? No! Oh, that sucks. It could still go for Solar Beam or Mega Drain and we win. Oh, yay! We still win. Hooray. So this actually was pretty good. But how good? Level 66, that's a higher level than Ivysaur because, well, Agatha and Loralee were a little more annoying this time, so I needed a bit more in terms of level. But what about in terms of time? Was it grass, water, fire, or... Oh, very close. But in the end, Wartortle was, once again, just a little bit faster than Ivysaur. Mostly because, to be honest with you, of some battles that just go quicker when you have Surf versus having to rely always on Growth and Mega Drain. So looking at our middle form tier list, it actually divides kinda nicely. Each half-hour block seems to be occupied by certain Pokemon, although Machoke and Gloom are kinda close. But yeah, you can see they're actually all kind of bunched up, and Ivysaur and Wartortle are only 3 away on the full tier list, which I didn't bother posting since it's gotten really long. And it's gonna get a little bit longer as we have 26 more runs to go. Will it finish this year? I hope not, because I need more content. But maybe it will, depends. All right, guys, that finishes our 3 starters in about 3 days journey. And I will be back with some more videos actually really soon because I have more videos I need to put out this month. So see you soon. Take care.